Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Attorney JV. Conversations is your insider look into the beautiful world of pageantry. I'm Attorney JV, Aces and Queens, Q&A trainer, and your pageantry insider. Guys, sorry for a little bit of the wait, but the wait is well worth it because we have, my gosh, an amazing guest tonight. We all know her, we all love her. She is the person that started it all. Let's ask the difficult questions to her. Let's get personal. Kamustahin natin si Miss Venus Rush. How is she doing in with her life right now? And that she's having an amazing time, I believe, where she is right now. Let's ask her updates on where she is and what she's doing later. Let's also ask her Q&A questions. Hindi naman masyadong mahirap. It's more of we just want to get to know her. And guys, I'm really excited. So, here we go. And here we have our special guest for tonight. Hello, Venus.
Wow. Hey, Attorney JV, this is amazing. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for giving us this opportunity. You know, we miss you a lot here in the Philippines, and we're so happy to see your amazing, gorgeous face. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know, can you actually see me? Because on my screen, I'm very blurry and pixelated.
It's a little
Am I
bit,
clear?
no? It's a little bit
Yeah.
pixelated. Am I clear to you?
You are so clear. Like I can see your rosy
My-
cheeks
or my
and
pimples.
no pimples at all. I don't know.
It's I think it's just gonna clear up later, but we can see you.
Hopefully.
Hello. So, how are you doing?
I yeah, I'm doing good. I would say that I'm just a bit overwhelmed with many things like yeah, papers, studies, speaking engagements, talks. Those are the things that occupy my thoughts, my time, my energy at the moment.
There, you're getting clear now. We can see you now clearly.
Yeah, I'm getting clear. Okay, I can see myself now. Okay, cool.
So, Miss Venus, a lot of people are wondering where you are right now. What are you doing?
Oh my! I'm here in Oxford. I'm studying at the Oxford Center for Christian Apologetics. I'm here since January. I am ending my one-year program on June. So, yeah.
My God. And I've been seeing your pictures at the Bodleian Library, diba?
Ah, yeah, that's beautiful. It's a walking distance from here, so you can
Really?
just go have a walk. Yeah, have a
You're living my dream to study at Oxford University. Oh my gulay.
I'm actually not studying in Oxford University, but I'm in Oxford. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Akala
yeah.
ko kasi dati. Ay, isa lang.
Yeah.
Um,
Venus is having a difficult time with her internet, I think.
can
Hi. There, we can hear you.
am I
Yes.
okay?
Yes, we can hear you again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Is this app okay with Google Chrome or should I use Firefox?
Google
Where should
Chrome
I
is
go?
okay, actually.
Google Chrome. Okay, I'm on Google Chrome right now.
Yes. All right. Well, I know that you're busy. I know that you have a strict 8 o'clock meeting, so we will try to stick to our schedule.
No, we're good. We're good. My meeting ended at exactly 7 o'clock a while ago, so I'm really sorry, guys, for the delay.
No worries. Okay, so Venus, I'm sure if you've seen our episodes, this is a show that's patterned after pageantry, but pageantry related lang siya. But in reality, we just want to get to know the guests in this show a little bit more with some guided Q&A and some words that will guide our discussion for today. All right. So, let's start with our show for tonight with your opening statement. O, di ba? Parang Miss Universe
This
talaga.
is so cool. I love it.
So, Miss Venus, tell us something about yourself, whatever you want to say to all of your adoring fans in the Philippines and all over the world. The floor is yours.
Do I have a time for this, Attorney JV? Okay. Yeah, my name is Venus Ra. I was Miss Universe 20. I was Miss Universe fourth runner-up in 2010. I have ventured in different things, tried many things, but I found myself today as someone who is not only living my life for my own sake, but I would say that I am living a life of purpose. And so, yeah, I found myself here in a foreign land studying, but I would say that this is exactly where God wants me to be at this very moment. So, yeah, that's I guess that's the only thing that I can say right now.
And your life and the way you've lived your life after Miss Universe is you're one of the examples I always give to the girls. Whenever we have training, I always tell them that we train not just for the pageant. The pageant, the crown is only for a year. We train for life. Yeah. We train for when you become successful in whatever chosen career you choose afterwards. So congratulations, Miss Venus.
Yeah, thank you. I guess that's an amazing thing that you guys are doing. To be honest, when I trained for Binibini and then Miss Universe, the things that I've learned during those years, I can still say that I'm still using it now, and it's still there. It's still in my heart. It's still embedded in the way I am. So you are actually making an investment in the lives of many ladies, not just today, but also for the future.
Oh, that's how I see it, actually. That's really how I see it. It's not just about winning the title itself. That's important. Yeah. It's about building strong, phenomenal women with purpose.
I love that.
All right. Okay, now let's go to our second round of competition. And our second round of competition is this. Venus, we all know this. You have been an inspiration for so many women wanting to not just win a crown, not just become Miss Universe Philippines, but also to rise from poverty, rise from a situation where there's despair, there's sadness. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that journey was like for you?
Yeah, I would say that it was not an easy journey. It was filled with ups and downs, bumps here and there. I guess as that young Venus, like 10, 11 years ago, if I would recall the memories that I've had during that year, and if I would relive the emotions that I've probably had at that time, I would say it was a tough time, especially in times that I was still in university. Even before entering university, I feel like, am I really going to be able to study? Do we have the resources to sustain my studies in college? But even in that time, yeah, there was an opportunity for me to study because of a foundation, because of a scholarship grant. So I finished university, and then afterwards I was like, am I going to be able to have a job? Am I going to be able to support or sustain my family or help my mom? As you know, Attorney JV, we are farmers, and even today my mom still loves farming, and we still do that. And at that time I was thinking, I want my mom to actually rest, and I just want to help her, help the family as well. So I guess that idea that you're young, you are 19 years old, 18, or maybe 20 years old, and you're thinking of the future, and you're thinking of how am I going to be able to help my family in this area. So, yeah, yun ang pinakamahirap, I would say, especially financially. But then afterwards, the opportunity to join a pageant was given like in front of me, and I was thinking, oh no, this is such a crossroad for me. Do I pursue pageantry, or do I pursue a real job or like a career? I was thinking of applying to be a flight attendant at that time at Attorney JV, and I was thinking maybe I should take this route because I feel like this will give me a more stable job instead of joining a beauty pageant. But then God has a different plan for my life, and there were people that He used to actually help me make that decision. And so, yes, I chose to join the pageant, and the rest is history, I guess.
You surrendered to faith. To fate.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that. One of the reasons I joined Aces and Queens and I took over Attorney Nad
Yeah.
is
Aw.
is I love the team behind it. I love the people and their dedication behind it. How was that experience for you working with Mama J, with Tito Nad? Well, Tito Nad tawag ko sa but
Well, hindi ko
Mama
nga gusto.
Ru. How was that? Can you tell us about that?
I was so afraid of Jonas in the beginning. He's
Everyone is
terrifying.
yata eh.
Yeah. So I would describe them in different levels. Like, I'm terrified with Jonas. I'm just so scared. And Mamaru is like, that motherly, encouraging, compassionate person that you have. He would ask about, what are the needs that you have? How can we help? And then Tito Nad is like the brains of it. Let's train your brain. Let's get that working because you need it. So I remember there was this one moment we were having a training. Mamaru was there. Tito Nad was doing the Q&A. Jonas was also there. And it terrifies me when Jonas watches the Q&A training. And so Tito Nad was just asking, the usual questions like, give us your introduction, describe who you are, give us an idea, or allow us to enter into your life, into your reality.
Yeah.
And so I was describing myself, and I was I was answering the question, and then Jonas was there. And while I was answering, I know I was doing a bad thing. I couldn't actually open my mouth that well. I couldn't speak well. And then Jonas started to give a comment. Sabi ni Jonas, alam mo, kung hindi mo ayusin to, bumalik ka na lang dun sa probinsya, magtanim ka na lang ng palay.
Oh my God!
I cried in front of them because that feeling of I was frustrated with myself. I couldn't express myself that well. I wanted to say something, but I don't know if I was eloquent enough to speak or to express what's really inside of my heart. And then here they are. I know that they're helping me, and I know Jonas's strategy sometimes is also to like pound you, to let you know that there is something in there. There's such a great potential inside of you. You just have to really release it and unleash it to people. And so yeah, I cried, and Jonas was like, alam mo, Iha, kailangan ko lang sabihin yon kasi alam ko naman kaya mo, alam ko naman may potential ka, pero kung hindi mo gagawin yan ng maayos, how can you reach that potential? So, yeah, that I fully, vividly remember that moment, but I also appreciate the reason behind it.
You needed to be, you needed to crumble so that you can rise
Yeah.
from the ashes.
True. So, and you needed people to let you crumble so that you realize that there's actually something in there. You know?
So please, lahat ng mga ACES girls ngayon na umiiyak during Q&A and pasarela training, listen to Miss Venus Rush.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for that. I love that sentiment. I love that hindi ko pa narinig yung kwento na yan. But ang ganda nun it's not just for beauty pageant training. It's for life. You need to feel, despair. You need to feel sadness. You need to feel like you're not worth it. Because from that feeling, you rise up.
Yeah. And I guess, Attorney JV, that's also where learning begins. When you realize that there's still so much more to learn. In humility, you acknowledge that you haven't arrived yet.
Yes.
And so you need these people to let you realize that there's so much more to improve on.
Yeah.
Because if you think that you've already arrived and that you already know everything, growth is hard to happen.
Agree.
If that's the kind of thinking that we have.
+1. My gosh, ang wise na ni Miss Venus Rush. Grabe. Thank you so much for that. Okay. May picture pa tayong susunod. And a lot of people are watching. Yay! That's good. You have 56
Yay!
already. Yay!
Oh, guys.
Next picture.
Oh!
Two of them are very, very close to me. You know that. Trisha and Riri are very, very close to me.
Yeah.
What does this picture evoke in you or from you?
I guess this is this picture just this means a lot. To me, this is like, if I would describe it maybe in one word, I would say legacy. Legacy is something that you leave behind. Mentoring younger women, be it in the beauty pageant industry or not in the beauty pageant industry, I would say that mentorship is something that is really in my heart. And the goal is to see these women that I'm mentoring flourish in their life, embrace their potential as well, and maybe see them do better than me in the future. I guess that's the beauty of seeing the potential in someone else's life. Because when you see the potential in someone else's life, your aim is to let them see also that they can do better than you. So yeah, I'm encouraged, and my heart is really full every time that I would speak to these ladies. In fact, a while ago, before going live, I was doing this as well. So the goal is to see them flourish and to see them do better than their mentor one day.
That's how I see myself also. It's ang sabi ko sa kanila, I want you to be better than me. I want you to achieve more than what I have achieved. And you're right, ang ganda ng sinama, it fills your heart. It likewise overfills my heart with so much joy, gratitude, and a sense of accomplishment also. If you're able to help other people achieve their dreams and be better than you, there's nothing better in the world. Diba?
Yeah, exactly. And I guess there is no, we're in a pageantry, and in the beauty pageant industry, the word competition is overly used because we know that this is actually a competition. and there should be a winner after a competition. But to invest your life in someone else's life, I guess that's the antidote to idea of being in a competition all the time, because there is no competition at all in mentorship, and the goal is actually to be better than your mentor afterwards. And as a mentor, to me, that is just amazing to see these women flourish in their life,
Yes.
whatever career they might take in the future. Yeah,
I
I'm all
love
for that.
that. An antidote to selfishness.
Mm.
Pwede, diba? Ang dami nating quotable quotes tonight. I'm loving this conversation. All right, let's go back to our B-roll. But the problem is, I don't know what happened again.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there. Talagang ano siya, nagkaka-problem siya. Hold on, ha. All right,
This is
sige,
so
let's.
good, Attorney JV. You have
Ah.
prepared amazing visuals.
Thank you so much, but now I'm having a hard time putting it up. But okay, let's go to the next picture. All right, so the next picture there. Yay, we're back. Our next
That's
picture
me.
is this. I know I was so intentional about this because I know how important this work is for you. So, can you
Yeah.
tell us something about this?
Yeah, this is a picture that's very close to my heart. I would say, I guess this is a few years ago when I was just starting in the organization that I'm part of. So I'm part of an organization called Elevate Movement Incorporated. We go to different schools. We talk to students. We create a space for students to actually talk about life. We discuss things about their struggles, the things that they're going through, and we also answer students' questions, be it about faith, be it about life, be it about relationships, be it about family or other stuff that they feel important to them. So yeah, I've been part of this organization, and I guess this is something that makes me feel even more youthful to work with the youth and to learn from them, to see their life. It just gives so much joy to my heart.
Yes. Oh,
This is so cool. You have different angles, camera angles, Attorney JV. But I can't hear you right now.
mentorship for me is very important also. You know, I teach law also. Before I used to coach I used to coach debate also for high school students. Sobrang importante sa akin nung pagtuturo, especially young kids. You know,
Yeah.
they are still very vulnerable, very flexible pa, moldable, and it's so empowering. It feels so good to be able to influence how they grow up, how they see the world, developing their morals, their values, their ethics at such a young age, diba? And
Yeah.
them carrying that until they reach adulthood, powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I thank you for people like you who invest your time, your effort, your resources, everything, just to see these young people learn and flourish at the same time. You're amazing. Salute for you, Attorney JD.
Thank you so much. Ayan, nawala na naman tayo. Hello? Ayan, there.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can.
Okay, good. All right. So, Venus, thank you so much for that. And now, we're gonna go to our next picture. My gosh, technical difficulties. I'm only alone here doing
It's always part
this.
of a. You are doing great. You are doing great. You are handling this gracefully. This is cool.
Thank you so much. Now, we're in our next part of our quote unquote competition. And this is a term challenge. So I want to hear your
Cool.
thoughts. I want to hear, the wise words from Venus from these three words. All right? Our first word for this evening is beauty pageants. What are your thoughts on beauty pageants?
Yeah, wow. For someone who came from the beauty pageant industry and haven't really thought of these words, I'm like, oh, not a new word. It's not it's a very familiar words, but then haven't really given much thought of it. I guess I would say that, yeah, in my lens, beauty pageants um, is always for me a platform. Um, it's always a platform. Whether your message is meaningful or not, beauty pageant can be a platform. I just hope that beauty pageant enthusiasts and even beauty pageant contestants and winners would really use this platform seriously and use it in a good way. Because, yeah, Spider-Man, great responsibility is in our hands. So I hope we use this platform in a sincere and useful manner. What are your thoughts on it, Attorney?
I love that, Venus, because I'm like last night I had a live and I was asked, is having an advocacy important? I said no. Having a specific advocacy, a specific organization is not important, but you need to have a purpose. You need to have a bigger purpose for joining the pageant. Whether it's about your family, whether it's about your community, whether it's about being an educator like Rabiya and wanting to speak up about education, or whether it's Pia or Catriona speaking about children, HIV awareness, AIDS awareness, the youth. I absolutely agree with you that there needs to be a bigger purpose than for yourself. Because you're right, it's a responsibility, it's a platform that is not just given to anyone. Only one girl will be crowned Miss Universe every year. Only one girl will be crowned Miss Universe Philippines every year. And therefore, the responsibility on that individual is so great. Agree.
Yeah. And you don't just want that year to pass and then when it's done and you look back at it and you're like, what did I do? I hope I could have done more. I hope I could have done better. So instead of reaching a point of regret at the end of your reign or at the end of that year, maybe you can maximize the platform that has been given to you at that very specific moment.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And Rabia right now is doing that so well. She always speaks about education. She always speaks
Yeah.
about being from a single parent household, like
Yeah.
you. She
Yeah.
speaks about her raciality, similar
Yeah.
to you. You're both
Yeah,
of
very
Indian
similar.
descent. I'm like, you have so many similarities with Rabia, right?
Yeah.
You know,
And she is gorgeous.
amazing, gorgeous, and very well spoken as well.
Yeah.
What's your? I know it's not usually you do that towards the end of the show, diba? What's your message for Rabia? But what's your message for her as she's competing right now?
Yeah, I'm actually following her on social media. I have seen some of her posts, and even Jonas would post updates about her and the things that are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she is really shining. She's just exuding that kind of aura that, I'm here. Notice me. I am here for the crown, and I guess that's how she also would speak about it, even when she landed in the US. And there was an interview, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to win the crown."
Yeah.
I guess that's a good mindset that she has. I just pray. This is not an advice. I wouldn't say that it's an advice, but maybe my prayer is um, once she reached that goal of actually winning the crown, and when she comes back to the Philippines, or maybe her reign maybe would be in the U.S. for a year. Um, yeah, I just pray that that voice would really be maximized, and that voice wouldn't be drowned by the many voices around her.
Love
If
that.
she knows that this is the voice that she has even before going to the competition, I hope that she would stick to that voice once she has the crown already. Because I guess the challenge is when you hear a lot of voices around you, the tendency is you copy other people's voice. And in the process, you lose your own voice because
Yes.
you feel like you should speak the way this person speaks, or you should advocate what this person is actually advocating, and in a way you lose your identity in the process. So yeah, I just hope that she remains true to
Yeah.
her voice even if she already has a crown.
I'm very confident that she will. Remember, even in Miss Universe Philippines, she's Goodwill Ambassadress for Education. So talagang
Yeah.
very close to her heart yan. And actually,
Yeah.
after our live tonight, we have Q&A training with Nad and Rabia after this. So I
Oh,
will tell her.
beautiful.
You want to meet
Yeah.
her later?
Would love to.
Sige, sabihin, invite ka namin later. But
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you. You have to be, your core has to be solid. You go into this, you have to know what your moral core is. Because you're right, you will be pushed from left to right. You will be pulled towards all different kinds of direction. And you always have to have a solid moral compass. That even if you sway right or left a little bit, as long as your core is the same, and you
Yeah.
make your decisions based on that core, you're golden.
Yeah. Yeah. So totally
All
agree.
right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ang lalim ng conversation natin.
I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
And our next word for tonight is
Mm,
universal free education. What are your thoughts on
yeah.
this?
Ah, um, yeah, I guess I would just connect this to a very personal experience, I guess. Because for someone who lives and who experienced to be at the fringes of the society, I
Mm-mm.
think that education is something that liberates people, gives opportunity to people, opens doors for people. And only if people are given the opportunity to actually study, um, yeah, maybe opportunities would be open as well for those who are underprivileged. Yeah, I studied in elementary in my community, studied high school in my community, and then was able to study in university because of a foundation. Was able to take my master's degree afterwards, and then now I'm still studying. But the thought that also lingers into my mind is that um, lahat ba talaga may opportunity to study? And yeah, there are many reasons why not everyone is actually given the opportunity to have to study. And also I would say that not every country would give priority to education, because maybe there are other priorities as well. If this country is a third world country
Mm-mm.
and still battling many things when it comes to poverty, hunger, sickness, health, is education really a priority? And so yeah, we also have to look at different layers of the community or a country, if you want, if you like. um, so yeah, but free education is something that I hope we would reach, and I guess we are slowly transitioning into that. Even if, yeah, it's a battle, it's a hard hard jungle to navigate when it comes to the policymakers in the Philippines, when it comes to our educational system. But at least, slowly we are transitioning into something that maybe the future generation can really look forward to. And yeah, maybe one day we can be policymakers, and we can also advocate for something like that.
I will be your campaign manager. But alam mo, gusto ko yun na ipasok mo pa yung liberation theology in that answer. I love that. Education liberates. Oh my gosh, that's a Venus Ra quote. Absolutely. It opens doors. It gives people that leg up that they otherwise would not have had. Obviously, you can't get a job if you don't have education, right? That's a prerequisite for everything. But more than that, more than getting a job, it's knowing that you have the knowledge, knowing that you have that thing in your head that can empower you. Because even if you don't get a job, you have financial entrepreneurial skills that are taught to you. You can become a business person. Diba?
Yeah.
Or you can become a social media influencer when you have that education to have access to technology, access to how to use technology, diba? So
Yeah. Again, also, I guess in today's society, we are title centric in a way. That whatever title that is attached to your name is
Attorney
somehow
JV
or Miss Universe something.
or Miss Universe Philippines.
Exactly. So, if this is the standard of the world, then maybe we can also do something about. I'm studying, not only to have like something and a title that is attached to my name, but as you said, this is a soft skill that I can bring wherever I am. If I want to venture into business, if I would want to work, if I would want to empower people on social media, at least I have that skill in me that, as my mom would say, walang makakanakaw sa'yo
Correct.
ng edukasyon na meron ka.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Mag-ano ka na rin dyan. Mag-take ka na rin ng courses on politics, policy making. Para
I should.
and we need more, to be honest, I mean, if we really need more people who in governments, in politics, that have a strong moral, ethical core.
Wow, that's a conversation for another day.
I'll be campaign manager, ha? Promise.
That's scary, attorney. I'm scared.
Thank you for that. Alam mo, my gosh, okay. So powerful. Everything that you said, so powerful, Venus. I mean, I hope a lot of people are listening and inspired. Those who have the access to education and are not maximizing that privilege, guys, my God, ang daming nagkukumahog para magkaroon ng college degree. Tapos meron kayong chance pag-aralin and you're not maximizing it. Look at Venus Ross' example and how important education has been for her and how it has been the more critical aspect of her life more than the Miss Universe title.
True.
Okay. So true. And then ito, I think this is your favorite word for the night.
Uh-huh. Of course. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I would say that this is something that really kept me going. Without faith, I don't think I'm still gonna be here. And I guess as human beings, we are designed to have faith. Whether you have faith in God or not, there is that intricate design in human beings to have faith in something. And I guess the difference is, where are you having faith on?
Yeah.
And for me, it's definitely in the Lord. And it changed my life dramatically. Attorney JV, I was watching some of my videos in August 2020 because that was the 10th year of, it was my 10th year anniversary in when I joined Miss Universe. And I was just watching my videos from before. Alam mo yung realization ko. Sabi ko, grabe, sino ba tong batang to? Who are you? I honestly cannot recognize her. The way she
Talaga.
talks is so different. She is just full of pride. She thinks that she is the center of the universe. She
Talaga.
thinks that she knows everything. And the way I would speak, I wouldn't listen to people. I would just talk and talk and talk without even listening to the person talking to me. And I'm like, I don't know you, girl. But I guess that that relationship that I have with the Lord also molded me to become that woman who thinks now that, hey, Venus, you are not the center of the universe. The world is not about you. The world will not crumble if you are not part of something else, you know? Yeah, I guess the self-centeredness was that root of pride and thoughts that, I have my rights. Kailangan ganito, dapat ganito. But faith taught me to surrender. And sometimes when we speak of the word surrender, we also think defeat, because surrender is like giving up and you don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
But faith is actually having hope into something that you don't see. That's why it's called faith.
Correct.
So yeah,
I
that's
love,
what keeps me going.
there were two things, Venus, that I super loved about what he said. The first one was, I love that your approach to faith and your religiosity is one of a personal nature. I,
Mm,
one thing I hate about major religions, not
mm,
hate, but one of the things that I don't appreciate is proselytizing. I don't like
mm.
it when people force their beliefs, their faiths
Right,
on other people, because I truly believe
right.
that faith is a personal thing. It's truly internal
It
to one person. And when you respect other people's faith, I think that's where
Mm,
peace starts to come.
yeah.
So I
And I guess, yeah, go ahead, please.
no no go ahead.
Yeah, I guess that's also very much connected to the word love. That love does not push itself to people. It is
Yes.
not. Um, it's not something that you impose on someone. Because if you impose love, it's not love at all. Same thing with faith. If you impose faith, it's like, how can that person actually experience the truest sense of the word faith if you try to impose it to them? So yeah, that's what I saw in Jesus, how he just loved me but did not actually impose or pressured me to love him back. But yeah, he allowed me to go through the journey and then realize that, oh wow, this is the love that I've been longing for the longest time. I've been into many relationships, Attorney JV, if you ask me. I feel like,
I didn't
yo.
ask. I didn't ask. I would ask later.
Oh, this is oversharing. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. A lot
But
of single guys are asking if Venus is single.
I am single. Yeah, I am. I'm getting old, but still, age is just a number. So,
Age is a
uh,
number. And it doesn't
it
matter
is.
because you still look 23.
Thank you. It's so nice of you to say that.
You do, you actually do. Very young, very youthful. You feel very light. And when someone is
Yeah.
light, it exudes from within and really shines from the outside as well.
That's so nice of you. Yeah. So going back to that, I guess that relationship is, um, yeah, it's there is always a choice
Yeah.
if you want to be part of this love relationship or not. And I guess even in courtship, the same principle applies. If the guy courts a woman and the woman says yes, then relationship starts. But if a man courts a lady and the lady says no, there's gonna be no further relationship beyond that. So yeah, it's amazing. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah. And I know that, the point of this show is really to highlight the guests. And I really want to be able to give the guests the opportunity to speak about things that are really close to their hearts. This show is not about me. This show is about the people that I'm talking with. And,
Yeah.
same to what you said a while ago, diba? Dapat you don't impose. Dapat you
Right.
listen. And that's the
Right.
second thing that I love about what you said a while ago. And that's something that I learned also when I now that I'm reaching 40. So I think I've learned that as well. When I was young, I was a college debater, I was a public speaker, and I had to win each and every argument. The world revolved around me also. And now what I learned was, you know what? It's better to listen, because when you listen, you understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. We have a
That's it.
comment from Kenji. Kenji is a friend of mine from Tokyo.
Oh, wow! Maray nabanggit sa imo, Kenji.
Yes, he's in Tokyo right now. He teaches English in Tokyo.
Wow, that's amazing. You guys are great. That's amazing.
Yes. All right. Thank you for that. Grabe yung conversation natin tonight. Thank you for that. And now, this will not be a conversations with Attorney JV without the dreaded Q&A. These are very simple questions, really just to get to know Venus a little bit
Yeah.
more. Are we ready for this?
We are. Shoot it.
Okay, the first question is this. For you,
Oh.
what is the essence of being a woman? This question, the infamous, the very famous question to Sushmita Sen. For you, what is the essence of being a woman?
I know, and I've heard this question many times, but still haven't had a concrete answer in my mind, But yeah, I would say that um, there shouldn't be uh, a separation or a demarcation between the essence of women or men. Maybe we should say, what is the essence of being a human being? And to me, yeah, I personally am created in the image of God, and the very essence of why I am here is to honor and glorify Him and to love Him and to experience Him for the rest of my life. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sana yun yung tinanong noong 2010. That was so beautiful. I love that you didn't answer the question. There is no essence of a woman. Diba? There is only an essence of humanity. Diba? I love that answer. Okay, wait. I-take down note ko para pag nag-Q&A training kami ni Rabiya, tatanong ko, maybe you can consider this answer from Venus. And we have
I guess the reason why I said that,
Yeah.
sorry, Attorney JV, to cut you, but I guess
No.
the reason why I said that is because, yeah, we have been so exposed into a world where this is man, this is woman, this is you're right, this is you can do, this is what you can't do, and the beauty in the beauty pageant industry, we would always like see it in the woman's lens, that you should look like this, you should feel like this, you should act like this.
Yeah.
And sometimes we forget that we are human beings. And
First and
we
foremost.
share the same. Yeah, first and foremost, we are human beings.
I love that. By the way, guys, please stay until the end of the video because I have a surprise for Miss Venus Raj. I have a I have a very cute surprise for her later. I hope you appreciate it, Venus, later, ha?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm excited. Yeah, please.
We have so many comments on the chat. There are 166 viewers right now. This is the most viewers in for conversations, Venus. People really love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We have so many comments. We love you, Queen from Jan Jan.
Hi, Janjan.
Alyssa sending hearts. Cosmo says kinikilig ako. The world of K-pop says the beginning of the Miss Philippines Universe legend. Totoo yun. Alam mo, sabi ko I will stay away from these conversations. But we have to thank you, Venus. The entire Philippine, diaspora, even those abroad, the Filipinos here in the Philippines, we have to thank you for being the sparker of all of this. We're so proud of you, really.
I don't deserve that, but yeah, thank you guys also for the opportunity. I guess it's it takes someone to believe in someone else's potential, for that person to actually flourish. So yeah, you guys believed in us. Our trainers believed in us, and I would also give the credit to them.
Tatiana is one of our girls right now, and this is her comment.
Oh. Taking notes right now. Hey.
Tatiana is only 18 years old.
Oh, wow. Amazing, Tatiana.
Yes.
You are doing a great job.
She is. She
Continue.
is. All right,
Yeah.
we'll go to the next question. Miss Venus, if you could address a world leader, what would you like to discuss with this world leader and why? Yeah. If you could address any world leader, whether it's, Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand or President Biden or the British Prime Minister, what would you like to discuss with him or her?
Yeah. I'm always fascinated with the life of Nelson Mandela. Really fascinated. How he fought for the rights of the communities, not just in Africa but all over the world. Yeah, maybe if I could have a tea with him. I know that it's not possible anymore, but maybe I would just like to ask some more questions, further questions, or maybe if he can encapsulate his leadership in one sentence that I can really understand and I can also apply in the future. I would love to say, like, how do you describe that leadership in a sentence that people can actually understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, Mandela is someone that is just so fascinating.
Goosebumps. Because I love Nelson Mandela also. I read a biography of him, especially after he died, right? And the stories, his experience being in prison for more than 2 decades and still being so positive, exuding positivity, and instead of imprisoning the white majority leader government of the apartheid regime, he instead created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. I'm like, this person has so much gratitude in his heart. There was no bitterness, pain. There was only gratitude.
Yeah, and he is so loved by his people. I have 2 friends here from South Africa, and they would really they would share stories. They were born actually before the apartheid were. Before they were born in 90s.
Yes.
So they've even experienced that. And I'm like, wow, I couldn't imagine how as a human being you would be treated as if you were not a human being. I couldn't imagine that. So yeah, maybe if I can learn from him, that would be great.
Yeah. Alam mo, ito, sorry, magkukwento lang ko. So, kasi na-excite talaga ako when you said Nelson Mandela. One of my favorite books of the past 2 years is this book by Trevor Noah. Do you know Trevor Noah?
No, Trevor.
He's Trevor Noah. He's
No.
a South African, half white, half black. And he lived during apartheid South Africa. And then, ang title ng book niya is called Born a Crime. Because he's half white, half black. And intermarriages in South Africa before were illegal. So he was literally born a crime. And yung stories niya, my God. And then when Madiba, when Nelson Mandela was released from prison, it just changed the very face of South Africa after. So, kinikilig ako dun sa sagot mo ni Nelson Mandela.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so much to talk about his life. It's just so beautiful.
Okay, now, we're down to our final question. Ay, medyo ano. So, Miss Venus, if you could go back in time, very similar. If you could go back in time and change one aspect of your life, what would you change?
Wow. Oh, again, this is a question that you would hear often, but really haven't thought about it. I would say that I would probably have a different view of self-value. Because when I was younger, the idea that your value is attached to someone else, or the idea that when you have a relationship, that makes you more valuable because someone is actually giving you value or attention or makes you feel special. So I was very young. I was 16 when I had my very first relationship. And yeah, things just started to crumble from there. But yeah, if I can change something, maybe the idea that Venus, your value is not dependent on having a relationship or on this person, because this person does not define you, or this person does not define your value as a human being. I would say that's the thing that I would change.
I love that. I love that. I'm reminded of a psychology term. Parang the locus of your being should be internal to you, not external. That your self-worth, your validation, who you are, the core of who you are, should not be dependent on the definition of others and the relationships that you had, but it has to be something truly within you.
Right, because relationships crumble. Even opportunities, if our value is attached on the job that we have or the things that we do, what if we don't do them anymore? What if we don't have that
Correct.
job anymore? Then your value, your identity will also crumble with it. So yeah, I would say that that's something that I would change.
Love it. Okay, now I'm so excited because this is now time for my surprise. So I want everyone to watch this video first. And let's be reminded of that exciting time in 2010, okay?
Yes.
All right. Is everyone ready? Everyone? All right. Here we go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. Parang may nangyaring kababalaghan eh, no? Sis, oh my God!
Wait, that's not the surprise yet. So this video
Oh,
started this entire reaction videos, 'di ba? They started it all. Naging viral siya. It became the inspiration for a commercial. It was shown on Times Square, and it was all because of you. And I
Oh
have a
my
surprise for you. I was able to contact
Oh.
all four of them, and they have a message for you. All right?
oh,
So
that's
here
sweet.
it is, okay?
Hi, Venus. I just wanted to let you know that, pag tuwing pageant season, ikaw lagi yung naiisip ko. At syempre, naalala ko yung video na ginawa namin so many years ago. And I just wanted to say thank you for bringing the Philippines back to the global pageant map. Hope you are well and safe. Thank you. See you soon.
I think what I love about Venus is her spontaneity and her story. I think it's important to know that aside from her being the Miss Universe Philippines, is that she was able to inspire other girls from her story. And that's what makes her phenomenal as a woman.
Hi, Venus. It's been more than a decade since you finally restored Philippines as standing in pageantry. I'm just wishing you the best. Hope you are doing very well and stay safe. We miss you so much.
Hello, Venus! Maria Venusra, 22 Philippines! Yes, nakakamiss, and I just want you to know that I love you and I'm always here for you.
Oh, so sweet! So sweet of them. That is so nice. Thank you, Attorney JD, for doing that. I appreciate it. Really.
They're still so excited about you. They were when I asked them, they were like, yes, of course, we will send a video for Venus." And VJ is no longer in the Philippines. He's already based in the
Yeah.
US, diba?
Yeah.
And Martin's now a really amazing fashion
Designer.
designer. And then,
Yes.
actually, ang kilala ko sa kanila is Lex. I've known Lex since 2001. I've known Lex for a
Oh,
long
wow.
time. And Venus
Wow.
and VJ is designing one of the gowns for one of our girls in Aces now. So, I will not tell who. I will not tell who. Baka pagalitan ako ni Tito Jerry.
VJ is amazing.
Galing.
It's so good to see him flourish in the designing industry. It's so really good.
Yes. So yun, I hope you liked my surprise for you.
I love it. Thank you. I super appreciate the effort and also remembering that day. I guess it's nostalgic to remember that and see how that also brings so much joy to people.
It does, no?
It's just so sweet of you. Thank you.
All right. Now we're down to our final
Oh, wow.
part of the competition, the final look and the final word. So, a lot of people are requesting if you can introduce yourself the way you introduced yourself in Miss Universe. If it's okay, if it's not, okay lang. And then your final message to everyone that not just on the pageantry world, but to all Filipinos who are feeling a little bit of despair right now because of the pandemic. So what's your message to them? All right, so I'll put you on the spotlight, and
Okay,
then
so should I introduce myself first or should I do the message first and then introduce myself afterwards?
the last, yung introduction.
Okay, cool.
All right, go for it.
First of all, I am so sorry of the things that are happening in the Philippines now. I know that the COVID cases is also rising. There are just so many people who are experiencing pain, experiencing suffering. I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm also sorry for families who have lost probably family members or loved ones because of COVID. Your pain matters to the Lord. Your pain matters to God, and you are not alone in this pain that you are experiencing. On the flip side, I also see how the spirit of volunteerism is rising. The spirit of bayanihan is being alive again. Marami tayong mga community pantries, which is so good to see that. My heart just, is just so joyful to see how Filipino people are actually coming together in helping each other. I guess, you guys are doing an amazing job. Patuloy lang tayo dahil may katapusan din ang lahat ng paghihirap. And I guess there is always that bright light at the end of the tunnel. So, huwag tayong mawala ng pag-asa dahil kahit naman ang Panginoon na nagmamahal sa atin, siya mismo naka-experience din ng paghihirap. At hindi kaila sa kanya ang mga paghihirap na pinagdadaanan natin. So yeah, I hope that we would have that hope and that we will not lose hope, because hope is not an idea or a thought, but hope is a person, and we can always run to him when we feel hopeless. Should I say my introduction now?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, Maria Venus Ra, 22, Philippines.
Oh my God. Thank you for that. Ang daming kinilig. Super daming kinilig. My gosh, thank you so much, Miss Venus Raj. You know, it's really an honor for me to meet you. You know, I've always been a big fan of you. The first time I met you, diba, I told you, I've always been a big fan. I needed to take a picture with the Venus Raj because more than anything, more than the pageant life, you know, the past 10 years, my gosh, what you've done with your life, what you've done for other people's lives is so much greater than what you achieved in Miss Universe in 2010. You're much more than Miss Universe fourth runner-up. You are Venus Raj, and we are in the Philippines is so grateful to have you. Well, not for now, because you're in London.
But yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate the kind words, the support, your prayers. I hope to go back in maybe before the end of June, and see what we can also do together as a community, continue doing what we're doing, help young people, help our country. And yeah, I'm just really grateful that I'm a Filipina. I guess that's one thing that I'm really proud of.
Thank you so much, Venus. And again, thank you so much for everything. And thank you for guesting on Conversations. This conversation is one of the deepest conversations that we've had. And I love it.
Oh.
We're elevating, you know, we hope to elevate pageantry. And we hope to be able to talk about important issues. And not just look at the girls with the high heels, the beautiful gowns, the sexy bodies, but really that they are complete individuals. And that's really my goal also for Conversations.
And thank you for bringing that out in us. And I'm speaking in general when it comes to the ladies that you're also training, the people that you're also helping, the students that you are empowering. I guess you are doing a great job, Attorney JV. So yeah, thank you for
Thank you so
the
much.
opportunity.
Please have a great day. I'll text you later, okay? Bye-bye.
Yes, please. Thank you guys. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye. So guys, there you have it. Miss Venus Raj, 2010 Miss Universe fourth runner-up. But truly, Miss Universe does not define her. Miss Universe was only her stepping stone to greater things in life. And I'm so happy that she's been able to maximize the potential that the Lord has given her. And she is really an inspiration and a source of hope for so many of those that are in despair. So I hope we take inspiration from her. And I'm so happy to see that she's doing so many amazing things with her life. So guys, if you like this content, if you want to see more conversations with past beauty queens, with anyone that has anything to do with the beautiful world of pageantry, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and we will deliver more content for all of you. So guys, thank you so much, and arigatou gozaimasu.